Hi there! Welcome to the Study Strategy program. I'm Bria and I'm going to be helping you pass your exam. Now, the first thing you need to do in order to get started is fill out the questionnaire that will tell me everything that I need to know about you and just your situation and your exam you're writing and everything like that, so that I can create a study strategy that's personalized for you. So to do that, you can click the big button below. It's big and pink right below this video. So you can click that, or you can continue to watch the video. The video is just going to give you a few tips on how to select your exam date and your study materials. So if you already know exactly when you're going to write and everything like that, and you've already picked your study materials, you don't really have to watch this video. You can just go fill out the questionnaire. But if you want some more insight into those things, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you about is your exam date. Now, I highly recommend that you give yourself 14 weeks at least to study for your exam. If you do this, it will probably give you about 2 hours of studying per night. It's different for everyone. Everyone's going to have to spend a different amount of time for the various tasks that you're going to have to do. But in general, I've found that about 2 hours is sufficient most of the time. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about this 14 weeks thing. I definitely don't recommend that you try to do all your studying in less time than that, but generally I recommend you just pick the next exam date that is 14 weeks away or more, because if you pick something shorter, well, you're probably going to feel a little rushed, and if you don't mind that, then that's okay. If you have maybe lots of time to study every day, you might be okay to try to aim for a date that's sooner. But just remember that you won't qualify for the pass guarantee unless you're in the program for at least 14 weeks. There's more information about the pass guarantee below this video. But one thing that I want you to not stress about is just your exam date, because you can select the next exam date coming up after 14 weeks, and around the registration deadline for that exam, we'll actually assess where you are and we'll see whether both of us feel that you're ready or not. If we don't feel that you're ready at that time, when the registration deadline comes close, it's about a month before the actual exam dates, then we'll just discuss maybe moving your exam to the next sitting. So we can aim for about 14 weeks from now, or whenever the next sitting is, around that time period. But we'll always keep in mind that maybe we'll have to extend your study period just for an extra 2 months, just so that you're fully prepared for your exam by exam day. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions at all, you can always feel free to contact me through email. I will give you more information about how to do that below this video. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is the study materials. Now, I'm going to try to make this really simple for you. If you're going to write exam P, then I highly recommend getting the Coaching Actuaries bundle or the ACTEX study manual. I will leave links to both of those below. So ACTEX is a study manual where you'll have to read everything. It's very clear generally for most people, but it does usually require that you have some past knowledge of the exam topics and everything like that. So that, for exam P, that would be probability, calculus. Calculus is a big one. If you don't have any experience with calculus, you might want to do some review online beforehand using Khan Academy or just YouTube videos or something. You can definitely contact me and I'll give you some good resources to go through. But ACTEX is kind of something that is meant for people that have already had some exposure to the topics on exam P. If you haven't had any exposure to those, or you prefer video lessons, then you're probably going to want to go with the Coaching Actuaries bundle. Now, the bundle includes an online study manual, it includes video lessons, and ADAPT. ADAPT is a program that just has tons and tons of practice questions, so it's really helpful for when we get closer to your exam date. Now, both of these options are really great. ACTEX, because it is just a study manual, it doesn't have all the videos. It actually does have something kind of similar to ADAPT with a whole bunch of questions. It's probably not as great as ADAPT is, but it's still really good and it will get you through the exam. So ACTEX is cheaper. It's about $130 right now, I think, somewhere around that range. And Coaching Actuaries is, I don't know, $400 or something, but there is a 50% student discount if that applies to you. So those are my recommendations for exam P. If you're writing FM, I would recommend you go with either the Coaching Actuaries bundle again or ASM manual. Now, ASM is very similar to ACTEX for Exam P. So ASM is just a study manual. You will read it. It is fairly clear for anyone that has not had any prior or it's not as clear for anyone that hasn't had any prior exposure to the exam topics. If that's you, then I recommend you go with the Coaching Actuaries bundle if you can afford it and if it's in your budget and everything like that. So those are my recommendations. If you want any more insight or have any questions about either, feel free to email me. Contact information is below this video. I'm looking forward to working with you. Fill out that questionnaire now, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!